The most frequent question that I get asked on the sales blog through email or through the newsletter is the same question over and over again. How do I compel my prospective client to change? And this question speaks to what's gone on over the last 20 years in sales and what's changed and now why you have to change. Let's start with 20 years ago. 20 years ago, as the Challenger guys wrote, Matt Dixon and Brent Adamson, the question is what's keeping you up at night? And that was the right question to ask. And what it presupposed was that your prospective client knows what should be keeping them up at night. They have concerns, they have dissatisfaction, and all you have to do as a salesperson is get them to share that dissatisfaction with you so you can create and win an opportunity. But that changed, and that question no longer makes any sense, and your prospective client has gone from being dissatisfied to dealing with dissonance, which means I don't understand what's going on in this world and I can't make heads or tails of this because there's just too many things happening. I'm heads down trying to do my work and it's tough to figure out what the next right move is. So now that idea of coming in and saying, I want to understand where the pain points are, how we might help you, is not effective. I mean, sometimes it's effective, but it's not the most effective choice you can make. You need a range of choices. But if I was going to go to the polar opposite, and this is the reason why insight-based selling is so popular, this concept, is because I have to come in now, and if I want to compel change, I have to know what should be compelling you to change now or what is compelling you. That means I'm not going to ask you, I'm going to tell you, this is what should be keeping you up at night. And you have to pay attention and you have to do the work. So just think right now about the massive demographic shift. 11,000 baby boomers retiring every day in America. That's 4.3 million people retiring every day. That's just one data point. But think about that data point. All these people are leaving the workforce, 4.3 million of them every year, and they're being replaced by millennials. So you've got a bunch of people who come from a different generation being replaced by people who have a very different set of values and desires, at least at this point in time in their life. I don't believe they're that different from anybody else, but a lot of people make a big deal out of it, so let's play on that. Then just think about the government. Think about political changes just around the demographic shift. You've got 4.3 new Medicare, Medicaid people every single year, and you've got to cover their health care, and they're not going to die at 65 when their Social Security kicks in. They're going to live to be 95, and medicine just keeps getting better and better, and 80% of what's spent on their health care in their whole life is going to be spent in the last year of their life. That's a different kind of politics that we're going to have where people are going to be concerned about where do we come up with the money? How do we afford to do all of the things that we want to do to take care of people, whatever your beliefs are? And then think about the healthcare system itself. Are there more nurses and more doctors when people are retiring? Are people going into this field to give care to all these people who are going to need that help? And think about the cultural changes. What's changed? Do you carry this device around in your pocket? Actually, it's probably in your left hand. It probably never leaves your left hand. And it's your email, and it's your phone, and it's your videos, it's your camera, it's your movie screen, it's your television screen, it's your books, it's your magazine, it's your news, it's everything all in one device. And it's changed the way we interact with each other. And it's changed the way we interact with businesses. So if you're a business, the only thing that you're going to hear from tech people right now is you better have a mobile-first strategy because that's where people live. There's cultural changes, political changes, scientific changes, technological changes, political changes, legal changes. All of these things have pressure that they're putting on your prospective client and your clients who need to change to adapt to something. I don't know what it is. I just gave you a bunch of choices so you'd have some concepts and some ideas to work with. Your job is to know the things that they don't know. Your job is to be able to explain the dissonance to them so that they can understand why they need to change and how they need to change. And then you can deal the part of it with who do they need to do business with in order to make that change. That comes way later. If you want to be compelling, find out what's already compelling your prospective client or your dream client or your clients, and then attach onto that. And if you don't know what should be compelling them, then you should be compelled right now to go out and learn that because that's what's going to make you a trusted advisor. I'm Anthony Iannarino. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit subscribe. This is Everyday.